In this lesson, we're going to learn how to evaluate variable expressions with fractions. So this is literally exactly like when we evaluated variable expressions earlier, only now instead of plugging in whole numbers, we're going to be plugging in fractions for our variables. So let's say we have the expression 2x squared y, and we say that x is equal to 1/4 and y is equal to negative 2/3. Well, just like when it was regular whole numbers, we just simply plug our values of x in for each other. And from here, it's just our regular order of operations. So we don't have any parentheses, but we have an exponent, so we're going to solve the exponent first. Well, 1/4 times 1/4, because that's 1/4 squared, that is equal to multiplied by 1/16, multiplied by negative 2/3. And now from here, it is just multiplying straight across, so we can go 2/1 multiplied by 1/16 multiplied by a negative 2/3. And now, again, since we're multiplying straight across, we could just do this all as one operation. So 2 times 1 is 2, times negative 2, well, that's a negative 4. 1 times 16 is 16, times 3, that's 48. Okay, and we can pull a 4 out of each of these because, again, we can go 4 and 1. 48, we can go 4 and 12. So if we yank a 4 out of each of them, we have a negative 1/12. So when you have this variable expression, 2x squared times y, when x is equal to 1/4 and y is equal to negative 2/3, by plugging in the variables, we come up with the answer negative 1/12. And again, because this is a fairly simple concept, just simply plugging in whatever we are given for x and y, only now we're using fractions. I won't give so many examples. I'll just do an example of my own. Now I'll give you guys an example to work on for yourselves. So we have the example 3a multiplied by b squared, where a is equal to negative 7/8 and b is equal to negative 3/4. I'll give you guys a chance to work on this right now. Okay, so just like normal, we just plug it straight in. So plug in negative 7/8 for a, and we plug in a negative 3/4 for b squared. Regular order of operations, we do exponents first. So that's negative 3/4 squared. Well, that's a negative 3/4 multiplied by a negative 3/4. This is equal to 3 multiplied by a negative 7/8. Okay, so we have a negative and a negative, so it's going to be positive. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. Now we're just going to multiply straight across, so 3/1 multiplied by a negative 7/8 multiplied by 9/16. Okay, so when we do this, like I said, you could use a calculator if you feel like you need it. If you can do this math in your head, great for you. But this will be 3 times a negative 7 times a 9 would be equal to a negative 189. Then we have 1 times 8 times 16 is equal to 128. Okay, and then from here we will simplify the fractions, which to simplify the fractions, we have a negative 189. We'll find their prime factorization. We got 3 and 63. We got 8 and 9. That's 3 and 3, and 2 and 4. Then 128, we have a 2 and 64, which is a 2 and 32, 2 and 16, 2 and 8, 2 and 4, and then 2 and 2. So the top is equal to 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 all over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Okay, so common factor, excuse me, this should be a 2 and a 2. So we'll put 2 more 2's up here. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Okay, so crossing out common factors. So our final answer should be 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. 2 times 2 is 4. 8, 16. So, given 3ab squared, where a is equal to negative 7 over 8, and b is equal to negative 3 divided by 4, you plug them in, do your exponents first, multiply straight across, simplify your fraction, your answer is 27 over 16.